Hello everyone, it's Red with RedDragonLeo.com, and I got a chance to watch the movie entitled Oil Storm, a fake documentary made, I think Lindsay Williams stated that it was made, I don't know, let's see, what was it made, how many days, prior 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I had made special notes. I just typed up some notes here. The Oil Storm movie came out 2 weeks before Katrina actually hit, and there were some things in it that I wanted to go over that Lindsay Williams talked about. Besides the fact that the movie, that everything in it pretty much happened with Katrina. Not everything actually happened. I was watching it and seeing some of the things that have not happened yet, and I'm going to go over those here. Same thing with the Lone Gunman TV series for those of you who are X-Files fans, with Fox Mulder and Dana Scully. Used to go to three guys that were kind of geeky guys that would hack stuff and help them do anything computer related. They called themselves the Lone Gunman, and they had a spin-off TV show, and you could have seen that on that Simpsons video with the clock and the nuclear bomb blowing up. That video, they also covered the Lone Gunman as well, and how there was an episode 4 months prior to 9/11 happening. So some of the things here that have not happened is right here. There is a Christmas attack, terrorist attack. Now this is fake, okay? This isn't real. This is in the Oil Storm movie, the documentary that you can go to Google and watch. And I actually downloaded the entire movie, but I watched it, and in it, this woman is obviously a fake person for Fox, but what happens is the terrorists, probably our government, of course, the Federal Reserve gangster gang, had some terrorists blow up the Saudi Arabia one of the oil refineries that was apparently a big one, and caused the price of oil to go up to $153 a barrel, as well as having a stock market crash. And guess when this happened in the movie? It happened on Christmas Day. Now, Christmas Day in this particular incident was on a Saturday, December 25th, and when the markets opened on Monday, the Dow Jones had a huge crash, and oil then shot up to $153 a barrel shortly after that, within a few weeks, I guess. So it is fake, of course, but the fact that all this other stuff has happened, this has not happened in the movie, it makes one wonder, is this going to happen this year around? Now, the fact that Katrina was in 2005, I think it's 2005, or it was 2004, 2005, I think. Anyway, and so the last five years or so, or 5 Christmases or so, we have not had a stock market crash. So even though this movie came out prior to Katrina and the real hurricane hitting, and it was accurate, the rest of the stuff in the movie hasn't come true yet. Does that mean that it won't? I don't know, but it is certainly something to think about. Should we go up and hit our fake print this Friday? If we go up and hit this print this Friday, and then what it says in this movie with the Christmas Day stock market or Christmas Day explosion over in Saudi Arabia on the oil refineries, then we can very well have a crash just like it's portrayed in this movie. I really don't think that's going to happen, but I do want to go over that with you because it is very possible that that could happen. The way the market is going right now, it just doesn't even want to sell off one single little bit. It seems just keeps on churning higher. We only went down to let's see, how far did we go down today? I don't know, not very much. We didn't go down to let's see, 1235. I thought we'd go down to maybe 1235, but as low as we went was like 1242 or something. That was the most sell-off we could get, which is pretty pathetic. So, they're pretty much holding this market up. And if you look at this again, I talked about this in the weekend video. This looks like an inverted head and shoulders. This being the head, and here being a left shoulder, another left shoulder. Here's a right shoulder, and here's another right shoulder. And it looks like today, this line right here, we broke out. And then we back tested it into the close. So, what's that tell you? It tells you that we could very well ramp up and hit our fake print by this Friday. I don't feel like it's going to do that, but man, now, let me tell you, that would surprise everybody. I feel like they're going to wait until January or February, but mid-January sometime before they hit this fake print and roll it. But this would certainly surprise a lot of traders if they did just this and crash the market when everybody was away on vacation. And what an evil thing to do to crash the market when nobody's in it. Of course, looking at this chart, if you ignore the head and shoulders pattern, certainly it looks like we should go down in the morning on the 30-minute chart, but there's not been any volume, folks. So I'm just, we barely made 100 million, I think, on the SPY trading today. So, and you got double POMO day tomorrow. I mean, the odds of this rolling over and going down versus the inverse head and shoulders playing out, I'd have to, with the light volume, I'd have to say the inverse head and shoulders is going to play out because it's already broken the horizontal support and back tested it today. So that would indicate a move up tomorrow. Same thing here on the 60. Yes, the 60 looks like it's ready to roll over and go down. But again, this is light volume. POMO money is in there. Double POMO money is in there tomorrow. So what's going to play out? Is it going to be the pattern of an inverse head and shoulders, or is it going to be the charts? Well, for that matter, on the charts, yeah, sure, we're massively overbought, way up here at 5, 4.5 or something. And but it's looking like it on the longer term chart here on the 65, 90, and 12 for the MACD here. This is a more of a longer term. You can see that it has went down into negative territory and is actually recycling back up. You can see that's kind of getting a bullish, it's a bullish touch. It looks like it's almost ready to touch it. It's pretty close. So even though this on a shorter term, the 12, 26, and 9 period MACDs and histograms, sure, it looks like it's ready to go down. And here, it's just going sideways. This light volume, it's just too easily to control it. So, I'd have to go with the pattern on this. And all this consolidating and stuff like this, it just looks like it continues, wants to go higher yet again. You've also got the ADX line here still moving up with the positive DL line on top. And then look where we're at here on the RSI. Believe me, I am not a bull. I am a bear. But I have to read what the charts say, and the charts clearly say it could easily pop up here above 70. Right now, it is showing more buyers than sellers. It's at 68.01 right here, which is 2-to-1 buying. At 66 or 33, that's 2-to-1 buying. So yeah, it could very well go up. It could continue up, and that could very well happen. So on the charts. So if you read the charts, so they're going to be pushed to the extreme levels. There's no question about it. If this is going to be the greatest stock market crash since 1929, don't you think that they're going to have extreme VIX readings, extreme put-to-call ratio readings, extreme bearish and bullish sentiment readings? Of course they are. They're going to have, everything's going to be to the extreme. And that's exactly what I think we're going to end up getting. So with that said, it is possible that this market could crash on Christmas or the day, obviously be the next day that the market is open. But if they stage some fake terrorist attack, I mean, it'll be real because they'll blow up and kill real people, but it won't be done by a bunch of Middle Eastern people. It'll be done by it might be done by Middle Eastern people, but they will be under the control of the Illuminati, of the bad guys, of the gangsters, the evil reptilian thugs that I have no sympathy for. Lindsey Williams might have a good heart and sympathy for him, but I can't do it. I mean, these people are evil. To want to kill people like this is just beyond me. Anyway, I'm going to play this little clip for you, and you can listen pretty much to what it says. But you should go watch Oil Storm, the documentary movie. It's available on YouTube. You can just go find it and watch it all in parts. I actually downloaded it. I searched it out and downloaded the BitTorrent, and it took 2 days, but finally I was able to get it downloaded. It was because nobody had it available. So, so I've got it on one piece. But let me hit play on this, and you just watch for yourself.
Islamic terrorists linked with Al-Qaeda have now appeared on the website of Arab news agency Al Jazeera. They are claiming responsibility for the Christmas Day attack on the Saudi oil facility Ras Tanira that left 142 American soldiers dead.
The destruction of Ras Tanura struck a hammer blow to an already fragile America. The terrorists had simultaneously attacked the smaller port of Yanbu and the main pipeline that fed oil to the Suez Canal. With Saudi production now down by a third, the impact would cripple the global oil economy. When the stock market reopened on December 27th, the Dow took the biggest daily drop in its history. The fall of 2005 had been bad, but the new year was to be a lot worse.
Ras Tanura is the single most important facility in the entire oil industry. It's a vital artery for all oil.
Okay, hopefully you heard that without too much distortion. It was obviously I was using the microphone to pick up the sound from the speakers, so it may have sounded a little muffled, but pretty much you can go watch this yourself. The movie again, Oil Storm, and it's available on YouTube. Just Google it, and I think Oil Storm 2005. So that has not happened yet. We have not had a Christmas crash, but that movie was made 5 years ago. So the first year it didn't happen, second year it didn't happen. Well, maybe there was some hidden message in there that I did not see that indicated it was going to be this year, 2010. I don't know. I'm just speculating on this. The only thing I know for sure, at least in my mind, is that they're going to go up and hit that fake print. I'm guessing that it's going to be next year, that this is going to happen next year, but who's to say that it does not happen this Friday? If this thing gets hit this Friday with that movie calling for a Christmas crash, you talk about a surprise. I'm not expecting that. I really am not expecting that, but that's the whole point, to surprise the masses, fool everyone. I'm expecting it to back down a little bit before then, and I thought we'd get down to 1235 today maybe. and maybe if it go down to 1220. But we haven't been able to do that. I thought again that we would back down to this area right here with this 20 period moving averages and make a kind of an ABC move up, but it's not looking to want to do that with no volume to the downside. It's not looking to want to do that. So that would certainly surprise the masses that if they were to push this on up this Friday on one big push and get this up around that 1280 to 1300 level on the SPX, which should match up with the 118.16 on the Diamond Spider Trust. Again, that's about 11,800 on the Dow. So that's really what you're going to look for, and let it match up with this, and see where it goes. Because this thing is certainly looking ready to roll over. I don't know. I thought maybe it might kind of dip down and make it maybe just barely go under, and then kind of recycle back up, and then finally dip down for good in January, which is really what I'm still thinking the plan is. But if they want to surprise everyone, then they can do this Christmas crash and let this thing roll over, and then it just massively crash really hard. And when you look at it, it can certainly do it on the daily chart, because we're certainly at historic readings right now. As far as the weekly, you can see, we could complete it right here, a shortened wave 5. This could be a shortened wave 5, but actually it wouldn't be, because it would reach up here at least on an intraday or an intra-week peak. If it reaches up here this week and gets up here to 1280 to 1300, well, that would be about the same length as this right here, I would guess, for your wave 1. So wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 would be up around that area. Now it doesn't have to close at that point. So this is the week right here. So it shoots up and puts in a major topping tail, or even let it close up at that top that level. But then on Monday, the following week, or Tuesday, if we're closed Monday, then you'll see that big crash that they're talking about. Again, I just throwing this out there. I don't think that's going to happen. I still kind of think we're going to work our way down a little slower and into mid-January, to closer to the end of January, even with the Legatus meeting on February the 3rd. Because lots of things happen during those meetings, and it could be a turn date. It did not work the last couple of times, though, so they may have other plans. Possibly we go down all through January and maybe bottom out for at least a short-term bounce on that date, on February the 3rd through the 5th, and they put some stimulus in to give us a little rally back for a B wave. So it is possible we crash down into it, not and not actually start to move down on it. Because if you remember, my very first fake print was back in January, right here, of this year. That was my first fake print. The Legatus pilgrimage meeting was right here. So they started the crash down, or started to crash prior to it, and went down and stopped at the Legatus meeting, and basically crashed down for 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. So that could very well be what might happen again this time. So that is certainly something to consider. So folks, let's keep our eyes out for any fake prints. Be sure and email them to me. Get a screenshot and let me know if you get them. And but other than that, again, I feel like we should back down here to 1220. Whether or not we're going to do it or not, I don't know. If we go up here and hit our upside fake print by Friday, then be careful, because all hell could break loose over Christmas. I hope that's wrong. That part of the movie was just put in there, and the date really means nothing. I'm hoping that I'm not reading. I'm hoping that I'm reading too much into it, but we just don't know. So that's out there. So be aware of that, folks. There could be a Christmas crash in the market. Okay, guys, that is it. Be safe, everyone, and I will see you tomorrow on the blog.